Every time you open your wallet believing you're gaining admiration, all you're really doing is buying contempt. This isn't poetry or exaggeration. It's the brutal mechanics of human nature you've been ignoring your entire life. And if this makes you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort means you're still in time to wake up. Let me ask you something difficult. How many times have you paid the full bill expecting gratitude? How many times have you lent money believing it strengthened a friendship? And what did you get in return? Silence, distance, or worse, resentment disguised as courtesy. Generosity with money doesn't make you noble. It makes you vulnerable. And the world does not respect the vulnerable. It consumes them. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Generosity ruins you twice. First, it drains your resources. Second, it damages your reputation. Because frequent giving creates expectation. And unmet expectation turns appreciation into condemnation. People don't remember what you gave. They remember what you stopped giving. That is the trap. Human beings don't value what they receive consistently. They value what is taken away. Your mistake was believing gratitude was permanent. Think carefully. Do you remember the last time someone truly thanked you for a financial favor? How long did that gratitude last? Days, a week? Then it disappeared as if it never existed. Now reverse the lens. How many times has someone reminded you of what you didn't do for them? There's the difference. Human memory is selective. It preserves absences, not presences. You give 10 times, refuse once, and only the refusal remains. Financial generosity doesn't create loyalty. It creates dependence, and dependence breeds resentment. No one wants to feel inferior. No one wants to owe. So gratitude slowly transforms into hostility. You become a reminder of their weakness, their incapacity, their lower position. And once that happens, the relationship is already dead. No amount of giving will save it. Here is the truth no one tells you. Giving money without strategy is cowardice disguised as kindness. You do it because you fear conflict, because you don't know how to say no, because buying peace feels easier than enforcing boundaries. That peace you buy with money is an illusion. It lasts only until the next request, and there will always be a next request. Because whoever receives without effort loses respect for whoever gives without conditions. Seneca warned that he who receives a benefit with gratitude pays the first installment of his debt. But most never pay. Worse, they rewrite the story. Your generosity becomes obligation. Your help becomes manipulation. Accepting help means admitting weakness, and the ego would rather distort reality than accept inferiority. So gratitude decays into justification, and justification turns into resentment. Machiavelli gives a cold answer. If you must be generous, do it once, quickly and decisively. Make the impact unforgettable, but never turn generosity into routine. Routine destroys value. The exceptional is respected. The habitual is ignored. Give once with force, and you're remembered. Give constantly, and you become a disposable resource, taken for granted and easily replaced. The chronic giver believes he's investing in relationships. He's not. He's subsidizing other people's mediocrity. Because when someone knows you'll always rescue them, they stop trying. Why struggle if you solve their problems? Why save if you pay for their excesses? You're not helping them, you're infantilizing them. And while they stagnate, you bleed resources and respect. Human psychology is simple and brutal. People value what costs them effort. What comes easily is discarded quickly. When money isn't earned, it isn't respected. Effort creates value, not amount. Your generosity is corrupting them, and by extension, it is corrupting you. You're complicit in creating dependency that will eventually turn against you. Observe the truly powerful. They don't give blindly. Every gesture has intent. Every exchange has purpose. This isn't cruelty. It's survival in a world that exploits weakness. In the game of power, the one who gives without strategy is eventually trampled by those he tried to help. History is full of forgotten benefactors and crowned opportunists. Machiavelli doesn't ask you to be cruel. He asks you to be intelligent. Cruelty denies for pleasure. Intelligence denies for survival. The difference determines who endures. When you refuse a request for money, you're not being heartless. You're preserving your ability to help when it truly matters. Empty yourself today, and tomorrow you're powerless. Here's the question that cuts deepest. How many of your relationships would survive if you stopped being financially generous? How many friends would remain if you closed your wallet? Fewer than you imagine, and that truth reveals everything. Those weren't relationships. They were transactions disguised as affection. True friendship isn't measured in loans. It's measured in loyalty when there's nothing to gain. Anyone who appears only when they need money is not your friend. They are a parasite, and parasites don't thank their hosts. They drain, move on, and leave you wondering what you did wrong. Aristotle observed that benefactors love those they help more than the beneficiaries love their benefactors. The irony is brutal. You care more than they ever will. You give because you care. They receive because it benefits them. That asymmetry guarantees you lose. But here's the unexpected twist. When you stop giving, some disappear. Let them. The ones who stay are the only ones who were ever worth keeping. Those who remain when there's no financial benefit are rare, and rare things have value. The rest was dead weight, convincing you that you had support when you really had an extraction network. Constant financial generosity turns you into a target, not an ally. People begin calculating how much they can take before you notice, and they notice before you do. While you believe you're building bridges, they know you're building their comfort. You're not the hero of this story. You're the useful fool. Machiavelli's warning is cold but life-saving. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Applied to money, it's better to be respected for limits than exploited for generosity. Respect lasts. Purchased sympathy evaporates. When you say no and hold your ground, you establish a standard. You declare that your money, time, and energy have value, and the world responds to standards. When you stop being everyone's bank, something shifts. People begin to seek you for reasons other than your wallet. They start valuing your advice, your presence, your perspective. For the first time, they interact with you, not your money. That was the relationship you wanted all along, but you were too busy buying it instead of building it. Here's the paradox. The less you give, the more you're valued. The more you give, the more you're despised. It isn't fair, but it is real. Idealists end up broke and alone. Realists end up respected and surrounded by people who actually care. Epictetus said it is not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Applied to money, it isn't giving that destroys you. It's believing that giving makes you valuable. You were already valuable without opening your wallet. But until you believe that, money becomes an emotional crutch you use to buy tolerance and acceptance. Each time you give out of obligation, you silently admit your presence isn't enough. And the world responds by treating you like someone who must pay for company. That creates a vicious cycle. You give to feel valued. They devalue you because you give. And the more you give, the deeper the trap becomes. Here's the painful truth. Family and close friends play this game too. Not always consciously, but when your yes is guaranteed, it loses all value. When you finally say no, they act confused. Not because you changed, but because you stopped playing a game that was designed for you to lose. Strategic generosity is different. You give when no one expects it. You deny when everyone expects it. Uncertainty prevents entitlement. When people don't know when you'll say yes, they can't take you for granted. And uncertainty generates respect. You stop being the ATM. You become the chess player thinking several moves ahead. Machiavelli understood that real power lies in discretion, not abundance. What you show matters more than what you have. It doesn't matter how much you possess. It matters how much you reveal. Abundance displayed attracts predators. Discretion protects. Piranhas don't distinguish between generosity and naivety. They only sense blood in the water, and exposed wealth is blood. Plato warned that ignorance is the root of evil. Your ignorance of human nature is what's costing you money and dignity. You believe people operate on gratitude. They operate on incentives. You believe giving builds bonds. Giving without limits builds expectations. When those expectations aren't met, the bond breaks anyway. Only now you're poorer and more disillusioned. The solution isn't becoming a miser. It's becoming a strategist. Evaluate every request. Ask whether it builds something or merely buys time. Ask yourself if this help plants a seed or feeds a bottomless pit. If the answer isn't clear, the default must be no. Saying no is a muscle. At first it hurts. It feels like betrayal of your identity. But each no strengthens you. Eventually you realize saying no doesn't make you less generous. It makes you more respected. And respect is worth more than any amount of forced gratitude. Remember this when you feel tempted to open your wallet to look good. Respect cannot be bought. It is imposed. Loyalty cannot be purchased. It is built. And neither can exist when contaminated by one-sided financial exchange. Clean your life of parasites. Surround yourself with equals. You'll discover that real wealth isn't in what you give away. It's in what you preserve for moments that truly matter. If this message made you uncomfortable, that's good. Discomfort means the nerve is alive. Use that pain as fuel to change. Stop being the generous fool. Become the respected strategist. The world does not reward naive kindness. It rewards executed intelligence. Be intelligent. Be strategic. And above all, own your money before it owns your dignity. Every time you open your wallet out of obligation, you admit your intrinsic value isn't enough. You pay for tolerance, for company, for approval. And the world, brutally honest in its reactions, confirms that belief by treating you exactly that way. Your loved ones, family, close friends also play this game. Not always consciously, but they know your yes is predictable. And predictable yeses lose all value. When you finally say no, they react as if you changed the rules. You didn't. You just stopped playing a game designed for you to lose. Strategic generosity flips the game. You give when no one expects it. You deny when everyone expects it. Uncertainty preserves value. Unpredictability demands attention. You are no longer a bank. You are the chess player thinking 3 moves ahead. Discretion protects. Displayed abundance attracts predators. Only reveal what serves your position. Only give when it strengthens you, never when it weakens you. Piranhas do not distinguish between naive and generous. They sense weakness, and blood in the water invites attack. Ignorance of human nature is costly. People respond to incentives, not gratitude. Giving without strategy builds obligations you cannot meet. Become a strategist. Say no when needed. Preserve your resources. Respect and loyalty cannot be bought. They must be earned. Stop being a generous fool. Become a calculated master of your own value.